Is it Voice of Resurgence? If I had just to guess a card, and just by that coloring, I would have guessed Blood Baron of Vizkopa, but that's not it.
Is that in band colors?
It is not.
Oh. So I'm
White
gonna guess
black.
I'm gonna guess it's voice.
And we have Faithless Looting, the card I want banned the most.
I just don't know if it's ban worthy.
Come on, I don't know Modern Stable Voice of Resurgence? Obviously not.
See,
Do I look like a guy who plays Voice of Resurgence?
I wish Modern was in a state where Voice of Resurgence was a staple.
Yeah, I like that. We need to tap that Temple Garden. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Sam.
100%.
Thank you. Oh, God, we have double Faithless Looting. I mean, no Dredger. No Dredger.
There's one in his hand.
Why didn't he discard it last turn?
Probably just drew it.
What did he discard besides the Prized Amalgam?
That's a good question.
Bloodghast.
Okay.
Okay. If discarding Bloodghast Prized Amalgam makes sense, then we have Shriekhorn. And we have the Golgari Thug. Lol, why ban looting? I do not think anyone has used that card fairly, ever.
Disagree.
And
100% disagree.
don't consider it to be a fair use in Mardu Pyromancer.
What?
It's the fairest use.
How is it not fair?
Turn 2 mana, 3/4 recall. Bedlam Reveler. That's
What's
I have
Bedlam
no
Reveler gonna do?
I have no problem with Faithless Looting in that deck, but I think in the majority
Mardu Pyromancer
of
is my deck for a
oh, I know,
hot
I love that deck.
Okay.
That deck's great,
All right.
and that is the only time that I think that Faithless Looting is fine.
If I speak up, I'm gonna be yelling.
Yeah, but I look at all the other decks that play that card. Dredge, Is It Phoenix, and well, Is It Phoenix isn't inherently a broken deck. Just some of the stuff it does is
Kind of busted.
kind of dumb. I don't know if you've ever seen turn 2 get back 2 or 3 birds. Oop, we milled a Creeping Chill.
You want to hear?
We milled 2 Creeping
You want
Chills.
to hear something disgusting that I've done with the Is It Phoenix?
I'm guessing you brought back 4 Eclat Phoenixes on turn 2.
No, 2 on turn 1 though.
Yeah. Just that's, and let me guess, it revolved around Faithless Looting.
How else would you do it?
I think you could theoretically Thought Scour into it, but
And then what?
double gut shot.
Sure, but yeah, Faithless Looting for sure.
Yeah. So a lot of people, like, I agree, Manamorphose is kind of a problem card, and it is a free card, and free cards generally are an issue. And that's Manamorphose is the reason they can get stuff back on turn 2. The problem I have with people saying like Faithless Looting is not banning Faithless Looting will not heavily disrupt Is It Phoenix is how else are you getting Phoenixes in your graveyard reliably?
Do you know Brian Seif?
Do I know Brian Seif?
Yeah.
I do not.
All right, Brian Seif, if you're still here, let me know. I'll let you know about his opinion on it.
Oh, up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not talked to Justin. I know Justin posted in the Blue-White X Control / midrange Facebook group thing.
Yeah.
Because I am in that.
Yeah, let me know if you're still here. And if you're not, then not gonna.
Yeah, and then just like look at this, like Faithless Looting.
Sure, but okay, I'm really kind of tilted at how you think Faithless Looting is not fair in Mardu. Pyromancer.
That was bad. It is the most fair that card has ever been, and it's fine. Like it is acceptable. But
all right,
I don't know. Not fair is a bad way of putting it, and I apologize. But this is where like Faithless Looting is at its most broken, and this is just not okay.
Yeah, I agree. But
And look what Sam's trying to do here. He's like playing Noble Hierarchs into Voice Resurgence, into. You're trying to tell me Dredge isn't consistent? Are you insane?
I would say Dredge is
Just won the Open off one of the most consistent
pretty consistent.
finishes I've ever seen. Have I played the deck? Yes. Multiple times. A lot. It mulligans a lot, and it mulligans well.
Yeah, I mean, It's kind of like Tron.
There are very
Where-
few decks that can win on mulligans to 4, and Dredge is ideally one of them.
And Tron is also one of them.
Yes. Tron less so, but
Disagree.
I mean, Tron you have to put more pieces together. Like with Dredge, I just mulligan to Redland, Faithless Looting, and I'm probably gonna win. Barring hate. The only reason Dredge is fair is because it's easy to hate.
Is it easy to hate, though? Because even with all this hate around, with mainboard surgicals, it's still doing well.
So there's always the discussion between banning enablers versus banning payoffs. I'm personally a fan of banning enablers as opposed to completely killing off an archetype. Wait, that doesn't make sense to me. I feel like banning the enablers is what does kill the archetype. Like, sure, I could ban all the cards with Dredge, and that kills Dredge, but I think personally, like, banning Faithless Looting, if it does not kill Dredge, it makes Dredge so much worse. Like, like a lot of people are the ones that want to say ban payoffs. Like, a lot of people, when they look at Is It Phoenix, they think the problem card is Phoenix. And
no, it's fine.
or they look at Dredge and think the problem cards are like the Dredge cards. Well, I mean, that's a bad example. Dredge cards, they probably... Or look at Storm and think the problem card is, like, Grape Shot. I think, yeah, sure, you could ban Grape Shot, you could ban Phoenix, and 2 years down the road, we're going to have more broken decks abusing Faithless Looting and Manamorphose. And so, why not just nip those cards in the bud because they are not fair Magic cards?
Unless it's in Mardu.
Unless it's in Mardu. But that's not...
Mardu Pyromancer.
I would gladly take Faithless Looting from Mardu Pyromancer if I can get rid of...
What
get it
are
out
you...
of Dredge.
That deck... No! Stop!
You can do different things in that with that deck and with those colors.
Like what?
Now you've seasoned Pyromancer.
I don't think it's going to be good enough.
I think the ant card's actually very good.
Banning Summer Bloom reduced the power level of Amulet but did not kill it, just like banning reduced the power level of Dredge without killing it. Yes, I agree.
First off,
I mean,
it did kill Amulet for a while. It took a long time for people to rebuild Amulet. And I think I am personally of the opinion, now I haven't played the deck in a little bit, but banning Faithless Looting probably kills Dredge as a tournament deck. Because Faithless Looting is a large part of its consistency and its power.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that deck's insanely hard to play.
No, yeah. As much as I love playing like Control and how you have to see different lines, I'm not touching Amulet Titan with a 10-foot pole.
I mean, I've played it. It's once you learn the lines, you know the lines. Like there are a ton of lines, but they're all based off like they're based off of like 2 or 3 big lines. They're all variations.
Sure.
For the most part.
But here's the thing. With how consistent that deck's starting to become, Wizards has their eyes on it.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And, I mean, it's not something I'm worried about yet.
No.
I think Tron is not a problem. The problem is Wizards. Wizards don't give us good main deck answers. So,
We're mainboarding Surgical right now.
But we're not doing that for Tron. Like, it's fun to...
We're doing it for the Faithless Looting decks.
Yeah. And you want to tell me Faithless Looting is not a problem when we're main decking Surgical Extraction for Faithless Looting? Anyway, I have always been on the fence
I'm
on
not saying
whether or
Faithless
not...
Looting isn't...
I've always been on the fence if Tron is a problem or not. There are times... It depends. I think Tron could stand to be taken down a peg. I think a big part of that would be banning Ancient Stirrings.
So, as much as I hate Tron, like everyone here at the shop knows I hate Tron.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that gets mad over Tron. But it, unfortunately, I guess unfortunately, or it's a necessary evil.
I don't think it's a necessary evil. Like, I think the format functions fine if Tron doesn't exist, but I don't think Tron is a bad... I think Wizards has given us enough that Tron is not a huge deal. And so the problem is Wizards don't give us good main deck answers. 2 points about that. One, they literally just printed Assassin Trophy. It kills anything in the main deck. So I think Wizards is fine at giving us good main deck answers. The other problem with giving us main deck answers, like, sure, we have great main deck answers to Tron. If you want to play Ponza, you want to play Stone Rain.
This is like the average Dredge setup.
Yeah, this is...
So I'm in favor of it. This is probably how I would play Dredge. The little Dredge.
The problem with giving us... We do not have nearly enough Tron answers that aren't answered by a 1-mana instant. I mean, you just have to not play answers that are permanent based. Like, if you want to beat Tron, play Crumble to Dust. If you want to...
By that point, it's already too late, though.
Not necessarily.
If you're on the play.
I mean, it depends. It depends what we do. But like, the other problem is, like, what main give me a main deck card that you want, that main deckable card that you want to use to beat up on Tron, and that won't have bad repercussions for the rest of the format. Like, sure, you could give me a 1-mana Stone Rain.
No.
And yeah, I would beat Tron probably almost all the time, but that's going to have bad repercussions for the rest of the format. Is Sam going to win this game? Like, I apologize that we're not, like, actively, but the game ones against Dredge are always pretty
lopsided,
pretty medium.
But he did start with a slow start.
Yeah, and I mean, we just find a Conflagrate and Sam's dead. Like, we have a Conflagrate in the board, right? And in the bin. Yeah. Sam's at 4.
I don't know why we're not.
Conflagrate.
I feel like we should have Dredge.
Conflagrate, Conflagrate. I apologize.
I want to know how many. Do you ever watch Magic Aids on YouTube?
I don't.
No?
Think so. I don't know what that is.
He pronounces Conflagrate as Conflagala.
Conflagrate.
Conflagala.
I'm gonna call it Conflagrate.
And I love it. Conflagala.
Yeah. We're also at the point where we can just, so we can just Conflagrate. TTV, Joseph, not Stalin. Just follow. Thank you very much for the follow, guys. It's going to be game 1 going to Zach Griffiths. Now we get to the interesting games with Dredge, where there's hate involved via Rest in Peace or Remorseful Cleric or Relic of Progenitus.
Conflagala. Yes! Yes, see?
Tiki Jiki Mirror Memer knows what you're about.
Yeah, that's what... Yeah.
What other, like...
My boy, Conflagala.
It does sound like a Harry Potter spell.
Conflagala!
What creature graveyard hate is there?
Are we talking balanced or just...
No, I mean, I don't know if this Bant deck is something... I mean, there's Scavenging Ooze, there's...
I feel like the Scavenging Ooze is just too slow, though.
If you can hit the Dredgers and hit the Prize Amalgams, like, if you have it on turn 2 and they have a slower start, then yeah, it's fine. Sweet Liberties. Thank you for the follow. I do enjoy my Sweet Liberties.
Nice Conflagala.
Loaming Shaman, I guess. I'm just trying to think of a graveyard hate he can company into. I guess there's Ixalan Jailer. What's that black card? That's like 2 and a black for a 1/1. All cards in all graveyards lose abilities.
Oh!
Yeah. Ixalan Jailer, something like that.
Yeah.
That's true. This Bant deck could have Worship. I mean, Worship is a little weird against Dredge because they can just...
Conflagala?
They can just Conflagala all of your creatures away, so...
I love Conflagala. So, I'm trying to think. What's the CMC of the creature?
Of what?
Of the creature we're trying to make.
Oh, we're trying to make a creature?
Oh, I thought that's what the point was.
No, I'm just trying to think of what other graveyard hate he could have besides Rest in Peace that he might like company into.
Just skews.
I mean, there's skews. There's Remorseful Cleric. From M19, there's it's a 2-mana 2/1 flyer that you sacrifice it, exile all cards
really
in target player's graveyard. Or I agree. No, Kaya's Guile is a card that I am very excited about.
I will be building Esper Control.
I mean, yeah, I have most of that deck already, so.
As do I.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. I mean, I agree. Like, I think cards like Kolaghan's Command, Kaya's Guile, just all these like collective brutality, all these modal spells. I think modal spells are something WotC does not do enough because the thing about like all the three of these cards, unless you're playing collective brutality against burn. Against burn, it just does everything and it's completely busted. I think they're exactly what
There's nothing better than casting
we need
collective brutality
to
against burn.
exactly
Then
what
against
we
burn.
need to get more options and more main deckable things to answer these other decks in these fair decks. Like putting Kaya's Guile in Esper Control allows you outs to Boggles. It allows you outs to Graveyard decks. Although Esper Control was already playing like main deck Nile Spell Bombs and Kaya Orzhov Usurper. So they were actually fine with that.
And
And what?
Esper Charm.
Esper Charm doesn't exile graveyards.
No. But
Esper
it
Charm is
destroys
great.
enchantments.
It does. I don't know if you've ever blown up a Course of Griffiths with an Esper Charm.
No.
It's great.
That sounds delicious. Almost as
Um,
delicious as a Spectral Flight.
Nimble Mongoose. I hate to tell y'all this. I think that card's not going to be played in Modern at all. Please show me a matchup where a 3/3 matters.
Blue-Eye Control. With Shroud.
You're going to wrath them anyway if they're playing Nimble
Sure, but
Mongoose.
then you call against command to get it back.
We're playing Jund.
Why would we not play Jund with Nimble
We're playing
Mongoose?
Nimble Mongoose and Jund.
Why not? I feel like that's a perfectly good place. You can get what Threshold? No, is it Threshold?
Yeah.
Um,
Rob, Harlan, and I are already making the list. Yeah, I mean, people are gonna try to play it, and I don't think it's gonna do anything. Like
Nimble Mongoose?
against the creature decks, 3/3s just don't matter at all. Like, it gets blocked by Arclight Phoenix, and they trade. It gets blocked by Tarmogoyf, although that card's not seeing any play.
I saw a couple Junders out there.
That's fair. I don't know. So Paul, you said, so speaking of potential flexible Tron answers, what about like a 3-mana creature that can come down and like pop a land, exile a graveyard, or fight? You have to be careful with Stone Rains because you make Stone Rains too good or
Yeah.
give someone a completely main deckable Stone Rain, that's going to lead to a lot of bad games of Magic. And you could argue that with Tron and all this stuff, we're not gonna have enough, or we're not having great games of Magic anyway. But I think the only way you consider
Talking about Worship.
Oh, we got the Worship. So we have Birds, Worship, some land. I think it
Looks
was
like-
a Flooded Strand.
I
Yeah.
think I saw a Geist.
Courser of Crufix. I saw a blue-white split card.
I don't know if it's Geist. I think I could have swore I saw a Geist. I could be completely wrong.
I think it's Spell Queller.
That'd be hot.
Oh my God! Can we Spell Queller a Cathartic Reunion? Can we Spell Queller a Cathartic Reunion, please?
Why would we want that?
Because they discard the 2 cards and then you exile the spell.
So you're already getting treasure. I guess.
But then they draw 3 cards, and if they kill it
Sure.
and they want to cast it, they have to discard 2 more cards.
Sure.
Yeah, if it's a non-basic land, so then colorless land, pay 1, destroy target non-land or non-basic land. So the problem with that is you need to like have
Well, I have
you
an
need
idea.
to play a colorless land in your deck. For a lot of these decks, it's kind of hard for them to do anyway.
I have an idea.
What?
All right. You know the card Mental
Wait.
Misstep.
I just want to see this happen.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna discard these 2. Then, oh wait, we're not. Okay, we're gonna Spell Queller the Cathartic Reunion, and then so that gets exiled. We still have the cards in our graveyard, so like it's not great for Sam, but it denies Zach like 3 dredges, which is insane. And now, if the Spell Queller dies, he has to discard 2 cards to cast the Cathartic Reunion again.
Okay, so now that you saw that,
That just
So-
made me happy.
Okay. So you know mental misstep, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're not touching mental misstep.
Okay.
Okay. But you know how it's Phyrexian mana?
Yes.
Just one? Okay. Phyrexian mana.
No.
Well, hold on.
If you say anything with Phyrexian mana, that should never happen.
All right.
Free spells are a
Hold
mistake.
on. Let me. Okay.
Anytime the spell is free,
Okay.
it's
all
a
right,
mistake.
All right. I'll fix it. Okay. Ready? 1 mana. Destroy target permanent. Phyrexian mana.
And that's our show for today, guys. I am no longer acknowledging anything you say for the next 5 minutes.
5 minutes? All right.
So
We're counting down.
right now,
It also has restraints.
and this worship's not going to do anything because Zach has Nature's Claim in his hand.
And it's instant speed.
So, wait, he's gonna have to discard the Nature's Claim if he wants to cast this Cathartic Reunion. Are we spell quelling or accompanying in response?
Wait, so,
So gets Night of Autumn, Company, Gavany, Voice of Resurgence, Island,
Oh.
Knight of the Reliquary. Oh god, give me this Knight of the Reliquary and this Voice of Resurgence.
Split second.
Eternal
Oh.
Misery. What do you mean it doesn't work like that? Because you get to cast a spell without casting its without paying its mana cost, but you still have to pay the additional costs. It's the same reason if you like flashback a Tormenting Voice with Finale of Promise, or oh wait, no, it doesn't go to your hand. That's not how this works. And you have to discard these 2 cards, yeah. And now the worship is live.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'm like 90% sure this is how it works.
What?
This spell queller Cathartic Reunion.
Yeah, as soon as
I
it
did this in
dies.
standard.
Yeah, as soon as it dies, you cast it.
Yeah, but you still have to pay additional costs.
Correct.
Yeah. It's a weird interaction with these additional cost discard spells.
Yeah, just like with Thalia.
Yeah, you'd still have to pay the one with Thalia.
Yep.
There's another Nature's Claim, but it's not in his hand. So the worship's live. Like, I might be, like, being I might being a little, like, over dramatic about this. You're right, Knight could get a Bajuka Bog. How did I not see that? I hope that happens so much. Now we're Life from the Loaming. But I'm pretty sure Zach dredged 6 off Imp. I was not paying that close attention. I hope it didn't happen. But unfortunately, right now, there's not much we can do. If it did happen, then
All-Star. Yes, you're right.
all right.
You're right.
All
Paul.
right. Bajuka Bog. Bajuka Bog. Bajuka Bog into worship.
Dude, I'm down for some Bajuka Bog.
Yeah, and I'm going to apologize to Dredge players. I guess apologize to Zach.
Why?
Like, we're supposed to be impartial,
You're
but
right.
Dredge.
But, if he's,
no Bajuka Bog. I mean, also just playing a worship and just attacking Zach for like 30 is fine too. It's only like 7, but. So the thing about conflagrating for like 9
Conflagra.
is it's going to take a while because he has to build up that many cards in hand. And he has Life from the Loam, but so how many cards do you have in hand right now? 4?
I think 5.
4 or 5. If he has
Yeah, 5.
5, then he can just do it. But then Sam could just play more creatures. Like, he has to be able to conflagrate all the creatures away
Conflagra.
and also kill Sam in the same turn, because you can't like put Sam to -1 and then with the worship in play because it prevents all damage. Although, if Zach has collective brutality, worship does not prevent loss of life. So
Correct.
if you're at 1 and you like collective brutality someone when they're at 1 with a worship in play, then it's still fine. That's a Geist. What do you mean that's a Geist? Where's the Geist? Oh, there's a Geist on top of his deck.
That's interesting.
That's good with worship.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yes. We're just playing troll worship. Why are we playing troll worship in Modern? Troll worship's great.
Because we have to put up with Faithless Looting.
No, we just beat the Faithless Looting decks with troll worship.
No, because they're faster than us.
They're faster than us playing a turn 2 troll aesthetic into turn 4 worship.
Yes.
Not all the time.
What? Yes.
Not all the time.
90% of the time. 90% of the time.
Yeah, I don't know.
At me.
The problem right now is I think if I was Sam, I wanted to get this worship into play sooner. Because right now, he can't... Like, he needs to get this worship in play. Because we don't want Zach to get too ahead on the board. So that, like, we can play worship, and then he, like, kills us by killing all our creatures with Conflagrate.
Conflagra.
And then attacking us for, like, look at what's happening here. He's going to have 1, 2, 8. So he's going to have 17 power. So... No Thing in the Ice? Seriously? Thing in the Ice in
not
what?
In this. There's there's no way to flip it.
I will say Thing in the Ice is pretty good against Troll Worship. Now that I think about it. That's sad. Makes me sad.
Huh.
Through that carbo, it's just creeping.
No, here we go. We just played all the new changelings that are coming out. Because they're horrors.
What?
The changelings that are coming out in Modern Horizons?
But they're not.
We play those.
But
Worship's still alive, boys.
But they're not hexproof.
Well, we give it hex.
That's the point of Troll Worship.
No. Then we also play Shalai.
Dredge can. That is true. Dredge can win through Worship with Creeping Chill, which is unfortunate. It depends on what. If Sam's above 12, then yeah. But this is why I wanted to get Troll Worship down earlier, like when he played this Courser. Because now you can play. Then you could just put a bunch of creatures into play, and then also have Worship in play. Because Tiki Jiki makes a good point. If you're at a low life total with the Worship in play, then they can just Creeping Chill you out of the game. Which is unfortunate.
But we can't now.
Oh. Ho. And Sam doesn't see that line. Is he even lethal? 6. This is 8? 9?
Wait, so what line are you talking about?
Oh, does Creeping Chill do damage? That's a good question. That I have two people saying it does do damage, so Worship stops it. Okay. But now Sam can... So yeah, good job, Calnix, catching our mistake.
You know, I'm really sad.
Ooh, Zach's going for the natural draw.
I'm really sad.
Why?
Because Catnibus isn't here.
Aw.
I don't know who they are.
We have Calnix and MTG Bot.
Ooh, MTG Bot.
And Eternal Misery.
That poor guy. Patrick's here for you.
So I will say this attack is not for lethal. Does Dredge play any copies of Blast Zone nowadays?
No.
I'll actually a lot do. So that is also an answer to Is it not tiki? I thought it was like tiki, as in like kiki, but you take the K and replace it with a T.
Tiki?
Or is it tiki? TC?
Tiki, jiki?
I don't know. I would love to be able to say English is not my first language, but that'd be a lie.
English is just hard, though.
English is just hard. I was never good at it. Give me math or science that has actual right answers any day.
Ready for this? Ready for this? Ready for
Yeah.
this? 2 plus 2.
Equals fish.
My God, you are a genius.
Mhm.
Got me.
The real next level play is saying is it equals the Catholic Church. Because that used to be the symbol of the Catholic Church, was a fish.
Oh.
The things you learn in Catholic school. Bum ba-dum ba-dum bum bum. Remember, it's spelled tiki, but pronounced tiki. I thought I said that. Okay. We have Stinkweed Imps in play that were hard cast.
Yep.
I love this. This card is so good and limited.
Stinkweed Imp?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
because it's just a removal spell you keep buying.
It's also bonkers and Pauper.
I don't play Pauper, so I wouldn't know.
I haven't played Pauper in a minute.
So now that we have Worship, and now that we have Skoos, what we can do is...
Conflagula.
Well, no, we can stop Conflagrate.
Conflagula.
Or Conflagrate, whatever you want to call it.
Conflagula.
I'm not saying that.
You already did earlier, so I'm
not saying it again.
Conflagula.
So what you can do is you can keep eating either the dredgers, or you can keep eating the lands that he's targeting with the Life from the Loam to try to build up his hand for Conflagrate.
What card?
Conflagrate.
What's that do?
What the card says.
Oh, you mean Conflagula.
We also can't spell Queller Conflagrate or Conflagrate.
Conflagula.
But yeah, I'm trying to...
Well, we could if it's low enough.
So, honestly, if I'm Sam...
Thank you.
I don't want to say that.
Conflagula. Just one time.
If someone subscribes, I will say it. I'll be the... You do it. If Brent, you subscribe, I'll say it. Do it. I'll say it for the rest of the night every time the card is cast or I mention the card. So the thing about that I'd be really doing if I was Sam here is I would put... my very first priority would be eating all the Conflagrates in the graveyard. Now, I don't know if there are any in there right now. I think I see one, but all the red cards kind of look the same.
Wow. You can't say that.
You are correct.
Conflagula. God, I hate myself.
So, now are we going to flashback a Faithless Looting?
Eat it. Oh, wait.
You can't eat it in response.
I
But
know,
now Zach must have another Nature's Claim in his deck because he keeps naturally drawing. And he's looking for that as an out to the Worship. And he kind of needs to find one now because of the Spell Queller on top of Sam's library. So we have another Faithless Looting.
Two Conflagulas!
Discarding both of those is a mistake because then he eats both of them with Skoos.
And no more Conflagula.
I mean, he probably has I would be shocked if he didn't have a third one. Normally it's 3.
Conflagula?
I think so.
Yeah. 3 in the main and then sometimes 1 in the side.
If they really are worried about small creatures like elves and humans.
Or Skoozes.
It's 2 main, 1 side maybe. But if there is a third one in the side, I fully believe it should be coming in here.
Yeah.
And so I like this play from Zach by not discarding both Conflagrates. I almost said Conflagrate or Conflagrate.
It's one step closer to Conflagula.
So I think Sam currently is on the I'm going to mill you plan because he didn't attack last turn.
I mean, can you blame him? Over half his library is out.
Oh,
Face
no,
up.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I do, if we have a land to play, I fully endorse attacking with these Bloodghasts. For 2 reasons. One, because it's kind of free. And also, there are certain ways he blocks where you can get enough damage on certain things to conflagrate them all away.
Do what?
And if he doesn't block, you just get 6 points of damage. Which the damage doesn't matter, or still matters until he's at 1. Once he's at 1, he can't go past 1 with Worship. It doesn't say, like, you can't lose the game. See, I don't like attacking with all of these because we're at 7. And we don't have a Worship in play if we're Zach. So I like attacking with the Bloodghast because they can't block anyway. So, but I don't really like this surprised amalgam attack.
So yeah, it looks like they're down to 2 Conflaglas side or main board.
Okay. Well, then I definitely like keeping 1 in hand if you're Zach.
This list does not show any side.
Because Conflagrate's like the only way you're winning this game.
And Blast Zone is also side.
So we're trading. Blocking. Oh, this is going so well for Zach. Because now he gets to use this Conflagrate in his graveyard.
Conflagla!
Before it gets eaten by the Skoos. Because how many cards does he have in hand? Like 3 or 4? Knight is a 4/4? Knight is a 4/4 now. You're right. But that still has 3 damage marked on it, so it's 1 point. Knight blocked a Bloodghast. Say that or riot.
Say what?
That word.
What word? Joke's on you. I can't read.
Hi, my name's Jared. I'm how's it go? I'm 19.
I think I'm.
And I
19.
never.
No. I think he's
learned how to
17
read.
because he's in high school.
No, it's
Remember
19.
yeah.
I'm remembering the vine correctly now. So yeah, now we're gonna.
never learned how to read.
Fine. Now we're gonna Conflagala.
Yes. All right, stream's over. Bye. I could die happy.
And if we're not killing the Skoos, I'm not sure I like discarding the other one. But now we're killing off 2 of these creatures. OP Magician. Welcome. Ooze is a 2/2. Ooze is a 5/5, right?
Yeast. It's like yeet.
I'm reading that. I'm reading that as yeast.
We have 3 counters. Correct. Oh my.
Thank me, other caster whose name I don't know.
It's
not on
Brent.
the screen anymore. Normally we have a little commentators thing that says
My name's Brent.
his name is Bront.
You can call me Brent Conflagla Rogers.
They're good dogs, Bront.
They're good. They're great dogs.
They're good. All dogs are good dogs.
You rate dogs here, and you give them all perfect scores because they're all good dogs.
It's true. If any of you have not seen the We Rate Dogs card and board game that came out, highly recommend it. You're just like in a dog show, and you just get to learn that they're all good dogs. You can activate Knight to save it? That is a good question. Why did he not activate Knight in response to save it? Also, if we're playing Knight of the Relic, why is there not a Bajuka Bog on our sideboard? Just saying. Yeah, good catch, ball.
At Brand, they're good dogs. Oh, that's not right.
What?
It says Brent there. That's not right.
No, that actually is correct.
Yeah, but they kept like he kept like change. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Found it. Because he kept misspelling his name.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
one of them
I will say this is not
wrong.
the most technically correct game I've ever seen, but I don't know. So now we're attacking. We're eating something with the bird, with the Skoos, using the birds. We're eating.
Can we get rid of this
Conflagrate.
ad? All right.
No, the
So-
ads are never ending.
So it goes. Here's
Except on
a
this channel.
Doggo, Blood
no.
Bubbles. It's downright legendary. 13 out of 10 would watch on repeat forever. Good afternoon. Okay. And then it goes to, oh my gosh.
Something. Say it.
I'm going to get there. Hold on. I'm gonna find.
I don't
Okay,
know.
here
I
we
don't
go, here we go,
understand
here we go.
creatures that interact with my opponent's stuff. You just want to play little green guys that
Here we
make
go.
mana and eventually be big.
Here you go. Your rating system sucks. Just change your name to Cute Dogs. At Brant. Why are you so mad, Brant? Well, you give every dog 11s and 12s. It doesn't even make any sense. They're good dogs.
Brent, because his name was Brant.
Yeah.
Why
are you so mad, Brant?
I'm just going to give them a plug right now because they're amazing. If you don't follow We Rate Dogs on Twitter or Instagram or even Snapchat, do it. Used to be the only reason I had a Twitter. Then I got into the whole magic Twitter sphere, and it's awful. But
that's why I haven't touched Twitter.
But you get to enjoy We
care.
Rate Dogs. That's 80% of the reason to do it.
That's all I need right there. He has also
Drew another Ghost Quarter.
Yes, I am.
Played a Windstrip Teeth off of our Course of Griffiths off the top of our deck. I think, honestly, the really important thing to mention right here, look at the clock. Look at the game score underneath the clock.
Oh, no.
This might be a draw. And this might be a draw that gives Zach Griffiths the win. This is the one problem that happens with Worship and Dredge.
You know what I blame?
Faith looting?
You not saying Conflagula early enough.
I don't blame that.
I blame that.
Okay.
And you're going to blame Faithless looting for this long game? No, get out of here. It's Worship. Worship's the problem here. Ban Worship.
Ban ship.
No.
That's like saying ban creatures. We just ban all creatures.
Scott would be happy with that.
Why would he be happy with that?
Because he hates creatures.
That's true.
Paul, can you confirm this for me?
I don't understand why he hates creatures. He's a blue-white control player. Dredge draw. Okay. If you're being sarcastic, then I agree. I agree with the sarcasm. I love sarcasm.
What? Sarcasm?
Dredge draw. Oh, that's something I never see.
Oh.
Like, that could be an actual thing, but I highly feel it's sarcastic, which I approve of sarcasm.
What if it's...
How many? Oh. Ooh. We're responding. No, don't. I don't think you should spell Queller. No.
What are we spell Quellering?
We're faith looting.
Why not?
I would not spell Queller anything that is not an answer to Worship. Because,
fair.
You've never actually seen Dredge draw. It doesn't happen often, but this is the kind of game where it does.
Ooh. I want to say something about spell Queller.
Sure.
I saw a match last round.
Mm-hmm.
I saw some real good spice. He was playing Bant Company, not this guy.
Yeah.
He was like, blue-white opponent, settle the wreckage. In response, spell Queller. Like, okay, spell Queller resolves. Trigger on the stack. Path my spell Queller.
So that it's permanently exiled? Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, whoo!
That's hot.
Woo!
Although with Settle the Wreckage, you don't actually need to do that. Because if he, like, casts it... If you, like, get the Settle the Wreckage back and not in something other than the combat step, it doesn't do anything. But if it's a Supreme Verdict, it would be great. It's still a great play.
Regardless,
yeah,
that was some hot action.
Yeah.
I was like, whew.
Back to what I was going to say, what I was saying earlier.
What's up, homie?
So with the spell coil and the face looting, I don't like that because Zach was natural drawing and I think still has been natural drawing, which means he has another Faithless Looting or another Nature's Claim still in his deck. I mean, I'm sure there's 4 in the sideboard, but
You know
also, why aren't we playing the Geist? I have no idea.
Why
Because
okay.
The thing about playing the Geist, and I think what he's been doing is he's wanting to use all of his green mana on the Skoos, but I think you can like use this Temple Garden or something to play the Geist. No,
There we go.
I think the reason he wasn't playing the Geist with the couple turns he had Spell Queller was to make sure he could cast Spell Queller. Because if you look, he doesn't have that many non-green sources right now. He was not able to both play Geist and the Spell Queller in the same turn.
You know what I just thought about?
Yes.
Our first. You do know?
Yes.
What?
I have no idea. I'm assuming it was like
So you
tacos or
lied.
hamburgers.
No. It was actually serious. Our first time commentary.
Together?
Yeah, not this time. Or do you remember our conversation?
No.
Oh.
So drew a life from the loam.
Is he
Oh
scooping
wait,
it
is
up?
scooping? Okay. See, now this I don't understand. Unless like there's lethal in play. Oh wait. No, there was lethal in play because Zach's at 6, and there's the Spell Queller plus the Geist Angel
That's fine.
swinging for lethal.
Like, I just love seeing when he flipped his
Oh,
library, Nature Slave. Anyway, so
So we have game 3
Yeah.
still to happen.
So, our conversation.
I don't remember it.
I remember it.
Are you gonna tell me, or are you just gonna?
Yeah. You were like, yeah, dude, I'd love to be a Magic professional.
I mean, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'd like to be a poker professional.
Oh, we talked about playing poker, which we
Yeah.
still haven't done.
Correct.
Which means we need to play poker. What? Instead of playing
100%.
Power to Cube tomorrow, if I scrub out of the MCQ, we should just play poker.
I don't know if you're going to be able to convince them.
Why?
Because the guy that's bringing the cube is from out of town.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So.
I still might go play golf. I don't know. Don't give me that look. I love golf.
I
So
love golf, and I can't say confugga properly.
don't hate on golf. Golf's great. There's so much skill in golf.
No, Patrick. Or not Patrick. Sorry. Paul, you're wrong. You are not the better poker player. You know what?
No.
No, there's no D in Rogers. Get out of here, confugga. Oh, confugga.
Conflagger mom nor savage. Don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Paul, I'll give you that you're the better Magic player, 100%. I'm the better poker player. Don't at me.
I have never played poker with either of you, so I cannot weigh in on this conversation.
I've 6 you out.
Golf is lame. If you I will say, if you haven't played golf, then you'd think golf's like if you just like all you experience was like just watching golf. Yeah, watching golf is awful if you don't actually enjoy it.
I've played golf.
But I am just personally love golf.
I've played golf. And I don't like it.
That's fair.
Anyway, yeah, because you were, yeah, you've psyched me out with a 2 and a 4 in your hand before because I didn't understand your bluffing. Then I learned your bluffing, and I called you so much, and I took
This
so
is
much money
not
from you.
Top Poker Productions.
It can be, and it is now. I gotta call Scott.
Hey, if we get to stream poker, I want to live stream D&D.
You know, we were at the meeting for Top Deck Productions.
Yeah?
That was brought up.
Was it?
Yeah,
I believe I was out of town that day.
you probably were.
That's fair. I played golf. My dad would make me play it. Sucked. Swing, walk, swing, walk. Can't even speak at a normal volume. Oh, because you're trying to be quiet. Yeah.
You gotta be quiet.
I will fully admit, golf is not for everyone.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna follow you around and just be like, ah!
While I'm playing golf, please don't do that.
Why?
Because A, you'd probably get both you and me kicked off the course.
I'd laugh even harder.
But then I'd get kicked off the course.
Go find a different course.
I probably paid like $20 to play there that day.
And I'll pay you back. Totally worth it. No, I'll hide. They can't find me. I'll
Did you ever watch oh god, what was that? Johnny Knoxville Bam Margera show. The Steve guy Jackass.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard of it. And
So they did a skit where they just hid in the bushes.
3
at a
Bloodcast? What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
They just did a skit where they stood in the bushes at a golf course and they just like did an air horn every time someone was trying to swing,
Yeah,
and people got real mad at them.
that'd be sweet. I remember that.
3 blood guests. You want to tell me that Dredge doesn't do stupid stuff? It's what, turn 3?
And here's a
It's
turn
not that
3
actually
night.
not that stupid.
Um,
Oh, this is turn 1. So, oh, that's for night. So it's not turn 1.
Yeah, there's still time there.
Okay.
Stupid.
I mean, that could be wrong. I don't know.
Stupid.
I mean, I don't... At this point, I'm not 100% sure Sam can win this game. Zach can still easily win this game.
Sure.
Like, we Lightning Axe this... oh, wait, we're conflagrating this night?
No, we're not conflagrating it.
He's conflagrating the night.
No. He's conflagala.
I would have Lightning Axe because the conflagala can go face at some point and close out the game. We're in turns.
We're keeping him.
So
We're keeping
Sam
him
should
off
be
from
turn
worship.
1.
I think that's the bigger issue here.
I mean, Lightning Axe also keeps him off worship.
Okay, sure, but
And now we could like theoretically kill him this turn.
So does conflagala. Does he have a lightning axe in hand?
Yes.
Oh.
But he also appears to have a nature's
I'm
claim in
so
hand.
confused.
The problem with the nature's claiming the worship is that that might give him the life he needs to survive.
Sure.
And this is a 2-1 that...
Why are we not...
So I've been
Do we have another conflagala in the yard?
I don't see one.
Oh, that kind of looks like one.
No,
at
that's
the very bottom. But
That's that's white bordered. Or no, that's...
What
it might be.
What
It's not white bordered, it's just glare. So we swung for 7, blocked. He could have played Noble if he tapped his lands differently. So now we life from the loam back, a fetch land, some more lands. It's a Lightning Axe is the other card. They don't need to play fast anymore because it's we're in turns. Honestly, how turns worked out was really good for Zach because now he is the one that can actually win the game. And so him having turns 1, 3, and 5 are real good for him. Oh.
Okay.
That's a Mirren Crusader. Did he still have Lightning Axe in his hand or did he use it?
Still in his hand.
So the Mirren Crusader doesn't really do anything. We can Noble plus Worship. And now, if we had the Conflagrate in our graveyard and the Lightning Axe and we use that to kill the Knight, we could shoot the Noble for 1 and Sam for a bunch and kill him here. Because we only need to hit him for 3 extra damage and we have points on board. It's not a Conflagrate.
What is this Conflagrate you speak of? Dude, this meme's alive forever.
So now we attack with everything. And I think Sam has to not block. And that's going to go against what he thinks. But the way he wins is by having too many creatures in play for Worship to not kill him. Also, why did we not attack with this other Bloodghast? Or did it just end? It didn't just enter the battlefield.
No.
Yeah, so I like this play from Sam, not blocking here. Because Sam's not playing to win anymore. Sam's playing to not lose.
Right.
And Zach has to kill him next turn. And so this is why I like using the Lightning Axe to the Conflagrate. Conflagrate lets you kill off multiple creatures. Oh, that's right. I forgot. He has a Nature's Claim in his hand. So now Sam's back to 9. So I think this is still going to work. But Conflagrate, I believe, if I've done my math right, could have killed him last turn. I don't know if Sam can put enough blockers in play.
Yeah.
He might not be dead. There's 4 points in the air, so that he can't answer. And so that puts him to 5. If he can, two blockers is enough. Because you can block a Bloodghast and a Prized Amalgam and go to 1 off of 4 damage.
He's got a Lightning Axe in hand, though.
Well, he still has the Lightning Axe in hand?
Yeah.
So we need 3 blockers.
I think. I'm 90% sure. No, you know what's going to happen, though? He's going to dredge the Stinkweed and hit a Conflagrate.
And hit a Conflagrate?
No. A Conflagrate.
So here's the Courser.
Hey, that's not bad. Ooh.
Spell Queller doesn't do anything. And yeah, if... Oh, wait, with the Lightning Axe, this is still... Because he goes to 10. And then he goes to 9, but back to 10. And he's able to play this Mirren Crusader. So he has 3 blockers. So we have 5 looks at Conflagrate.
I really hope that guy watches this and is like, God, this guy.
What if he thinks you're making fun of how he says it?
I'm not. It's great. I love how he says it.
Creeping Chill. Oh my god, we just hit 4 Creeping Chills off this Dredge 5.
I'll walk off mad. So mad.
So here's the Lightning Axe. Pitching Stinkweed Imp. We probably just killed a Knight, or the Courser. They're both ground blockers. It's the same. All right. And I don't think there's any to natural draw. Nature's Claim, a mountain, another land. Bloodghast. Bloodghast has haste.
Can confirm.
So now he goes to
Just go.
4. 2 blockers. That's exactly lethal. Hitting the Bloodghast is exactly lethal. Oh, on turn 5 of turns.